EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. In the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The drive starts with a give to Spiller. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So opening drive third down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, and the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. Straight ahead, it's Spiller. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this was caught by Travis Kelce. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. To throw, it's Mahomes. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They go play fake. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A gain of 32 that time.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman from 8 yards out. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert. He's got it. It's Spiller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Justin Herbert looking to pass. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now there's... Launches deep, a jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there for KC, 55 yards. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play, they max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. Yellow. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Hey, one set. Check.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco punching it in from a yard away. And the Chiefs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point attempt to come here. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now it's Herbert. Ertz has it left side. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Herbert setting up the screen. Here's Spiller. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Up the middle, Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Out is Myers for the Seahawk field goal. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Justin Jefferson, an even 90 yards. And the Chiefs are able to add on to their first half lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a give to Spiller. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Second down and 3. Right back to Spiller on second down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, it may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
From the 31, Mahomes forced out to his left. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Mahomes now on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Justin Jefferson with his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert, quick hitter here, it's complete. Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Justin Jefferson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They run behind center with Spiller. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Check 26, check 26. Check.
On third down, it's Spiller. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 2, and it brings up 4. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision's only going to wind up costing him a yard or 2 as he's tackled just shy of the 20. A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense. But, yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Push him back. Push him back. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Steps away to his left. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Jones. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Here's a handoff to Spiller. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. The Chiefs going to play on another week as we say so long, everybody. Charles Davis and all our hard-working crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Kansas City.